Hi everyone, welcome to the session of CMC, Cellular Mobile Communication. So in this class, I'm going to give the demo on the topic, so that is setup channels. So in setup channels also, we have two types of channels, access channels and paging channels. So here we are going to discuss about the access channels, which is also called as a setup channel, one type of setup channel. Okay. So in previous class, we have studied about what is meant by frequency management, what is meant by channel assignment. So in frequency management, we have some designating, that means frequency management means designating the setup channels and voice channels, as well as numbering the channels, as well as grouping the channels into subsets. After designating the setup channels and voice channels, the numbering is performed by the FCC, and after numbering the channels, grouping the channels into subsets is performed by the system itself. So these are all comes under frequency management. And next one is what is a channel assignment. So channel assignment means assigning the channels or allocating the channels to the cell sites as well as the mobile units on long-term basis as well as on short-term basis. So these are the main topics in third unit. So in previous class, we have discussed that what is meant by numbering the channels and how we can group the channels into subsets. So these topics we have covered in previous class by using the frequency management chart. We should remember the chart in order to understand the topic that is in today's topic also. So let us go to the topic. So that is setup channels. So first one, so here, what is meant by setup channels? So setup channels also called as control channels. The other name for the setup channel is control channel. Okay. So setup channels or the channels designated to setup calls. So these are the channels so designated to setup calls. So that means whenever our mobile unit switch on, that means we are whenever we are, our mobile unit switch on, then that mobile unit requires some signal. Our mobile unit requires some signal. So that signal will be assigned to the mobile unit by the use of setup channel. So in order to set up a call, or in order, that means for the signaling of mobile unit, we are using a setup channel. Okay. So these are the channels designated to set up calls. And we know the fact that a call always needs a setup channel. So that means in order to make a call, we should use a setup channel. Okay. So that is the main reason. And as well as a system can be operated without setup channels also. A system can be operated without setup channels also. Suppose if you are using or if you are choosing such a system, that means without setup channel, then all the 333 channels in each cellular system, that means we have two blocks, as we know from the frequency chart, all the 666 channels are divided into two blocks, that is block A and block B. Block A consists of 333 channels, block B consists of 333 channels. So if you are not using any setup channels, that means we are choosing such type of system, then all the 333 channels in each cellular system, that means in block A and block B, can be voice channels. That means if there is no setup channel, means all the channels are voice channels. Then each mobile unit must scan 333 channels continuously and detect the signaling for its call. So whenever it needs a signaling to make a call, then the mobile unit requires to scan all the 333 channels. Okay. So next, a customer who wants to initiate a call must scan all the channels and find the ideal one. So that is unoccupied, free channel to use. Okay. So this is the case whenever there is no setup channel, whenever we are not using any setup channel. So if there is no setup channel, means all the channels are voice channels. So if you remember the frequency chart, so this is our frequency chart. In frequency chart, we have total 666 channels. Okay, so these 666 channels are divided in two groups, that is block A and block B. Block A consists of 333 channels from 1 to 333, and block B consists of another remaining 333 channels. So that is 334 to 666 channels. So in block A system, these are the setup channels, that is from 313 to 333. This line represents setup channels, and the remaining all channels are voice channels. Okay, we have 21 setup channels. We have 21 setup channels for block A, and as well as we have 21 setup channels for block B. For block B, these are the setup channels. First line, so that is 334 to 354. Okay. So block A consists of 21 setup channels and block B consists of 21 setup channels. If the system does not use a setup channel, okay, if you are using such type of system, then the mobile unit must scan all the 333 channels for the signal to make a call. So that means all the channels are voice channels only. If there is no setup channel, means from 1 to 333, all the channels are voice channels, and the mobile unit must scan all the channels in order to make a call. Okay, so in order for the signaling to make it. So that is the case here. If there is no setup channel, this is the case. And of course, in a cellular system, we are implementing frequency reuse concepts. So normally we are using some frequency reuse concept in order to use the frequency spectrum efficiently. So that means we are assigning the frequency that is the same frequency in different cells also. So in this case, the setup channels are acting as control channels. So in this case, we are using some setup channels, and these setup channels acts as a control channel. Already we know the other name for the setup channel is control channel. Okay. So how many number of setup channels we have? We have 21 setup channels for each system. So as I said before, we have 21 setup channels for each system. So the 21 setup channels are taken out from the total number of channels. From 1 to 333 channels, we are taking 21 setup channels for each system. Okay. So the number 21 is derived from the 7-cell frequency reuse pattern with 3 120-degree sectors per cell. Or we have some 21 sectors, then it requires 21 setup channels. Okay. So 21 setup channels means this is the case whenever we are using some 7-cell reuse pattern. So 7-cell reuse pattern means the cluster size is 7. So if the cluster size is 7, we have 7 number of cells per cluster, and for each cell we are applying some 120-degree sector. If you are applying some 120-degree sectoring, then what is the case? If you are applying 120-degree sectoring, means each cell is divided into 3 sectors. Okay. If you are applying 60-degree sectoring, then each cell is divided into 6 parts. And here we are applying 120-degree sectoring. That means each cell is divided into 3 sectors. If each cell is divided into 3 sectors and we have 7 cells, then what is the number of sectors, total number of sectors per cluster? Here we have 7 cells and each cell is divided into 3 sectors. That means total number of sectors becomes 3 into 7. So that is 20 also. That means here we have 7 cells. 7 cells and each cell is divided into 3 sectors. So that's why we have 21 sectors. This is the case whenever we are using 7-cell pattern and each cell is divided into 120-degree sectoring. That means we are applying 120-degree sectoring for each cell. Okay. So that means we have 21 sectors. We have 21 sectors for total cluster. And if you have 21 sectors, then it requires 21 setup channels for each base station. That means each cell consists of one cell site or one base station, and each base station, each cell site require one setup channel. So here we have 21 sectors. That means each sector consists of one cell site. That means we need 21 setup channels. Okay. So this is the conclusion. That means if you are using some 7-cell pattern and if you are applying some 120-degree sectoring, we need 21 setup channels for 21 sectors. Okay, and normally the setup channels can be classified into two types by the usage. By the usage of setup channels, these are classified as two types. First one is access channels. Second one is paging channels. First one is access channels. Second one is paging channels. So what is meant by access channel? What is meant by paging channel? We will discuss. Okay. So this is all about setup channel. Okay. Setup channel is also called a control channel, and it is used to set up calls. These channels are used to set up calls. So that means when the mobile unit switch on, then it needs some signaling in order to make a call. So that signaling is provided by the setup channels. Okay. And we can also operate the system without setup channels. If there is no setup channel, then what happens? All the channels of one system, that is either block A or block B. So all the channels are voice channels. All the channels becomes voice channels, and the customer, the mobile unit, must scan all the channels from 1 to 333. Then it finds some ideal one, that is unoccupied, free one, free channel, in order to get some signal. Okay, and normally we are implementing some frequency reuse concepts, and in that case we are using some setup channels. These setup channels are also acting as a control channels. And next, if you are using some 7-cell pattern 120-degree sectoring, then we need 21 setup channels for 21 sectors. Okay, and next, normally setup channels are classified as two types: access channels and paging channels. First one, access channel. So what is meant by access channel? So next, how we can use the access channel. So an access channel is used for the mobile originating calls, and paging channels are used for the land originating calls. We have two types of channels. First one, access channel. Second one is paging channel. Access channel is used for the mobile originating call. Okay, and paging channel is used for the landline originating calls. That means the calls from the landline. Mobile originating call means the calls from the mobile unit. Okay, so the access channel is used for mobile calls, and the paging channels are used for landline calls. And next, if you have some low traffic, then access channels and paging channels are same. We can consider these two channels are one and the same if you have some low traffic. And in the most common types of cellular systems, in most of the cases, one setup channel is used for both paging and access. In most of the cases, one setup channel is used for both paging as well as access. That means one channel can be used as a paging channel as well as access channel. Okay, so the forward setup already we know the channel consists of two frequencies. In previous class, we observed that if you consider some first channel, that channel consists of two frequencies, for mobile transmitter as well as for cell site transmitter. Okay, so here also, if you are taking some setup channel, that is a single one setup channel, the forward it consists of two frequencies. Okay, so that is, it can be divided as first one is forward setup channel, another one is reverse setup channel. Okay, forward setup channel represents one frequency and reverse setup channel represents another frequency. So forward setup channel functions as the paging channel for responding to the mobile originating calls. Forward setup channel functions as the paging channel. That means it acts as the paging channel for responding to the mobile originating calls. That means in order to give the paging to the mobile unit or for responding to the mobile unit from the cell site, it uses forward setup channel. Okay, and next, what is meant by reverse setup channel? Reverse setup channel functions as the access channel. It acts as access channel for responding to the paging call. That means from mobile transmitter to the cells. Okay, so the reverse setup channel functions as access channel. The forward setup channel functions as paging channel. So the forward setup channel is transmitted at the cell site. That means this channel is used by the cell site. Okay, and it is transmitted from the cell site to the mobile unit. And reverse setup channel is transmitted at the mobile end. That means reverse setup channel is used by the mobile end in order to transmit from mobile unit to the cell site. Okay. So that means for the communication between the cell site and the mobile unit, here we are using only one setup channel. Okay. So that setup channel consists of two frequencies. And we can call it as, first one is forward setup channel, another one is reverse setup channel. And the forward setup channel can also act as paging channel. That means from cell site to the mobile end. And the reverse setup channel acts like access channel. Acts like access channel. Sorry, there is a signal problem. So this is all about setup channels. Okay. So setup channels mainly classified as two types: access channels and paging channels. So access channel is used for the mobile originating calls, and paging channels is used paging channel is used for the landline originating calls. So in low traffic systems, we can take these channels. These both the channels are the same. And next, what is meant by access channel, and what is meant by paging channel? Here we are taking, if you are taking one setup channel, one channel, then this is the case. That means it consists of forward setup channel and it consists of reverse setup channel. Forward setup channel transmitted from cell site and reverse setup channel transmitted from the mobile end. And all setup channels carry the data information only. So next one, first one, access channels. Okay. So this is the case whenever we have low traffic. Whenever we have low traffic, these access channel and paging channels are considered as the same. And whenever we have high traffic, then it can be treated as two channels. That is access channels as well as the paging channels. Okay. So first one is access channel. First one is access channel. So in mobile originating calls, the mobile unit scans its 21 setup channels and chooses the strongest one. So whenever our mobile unit switch on, then it needs some signal. It needs some signal. So that signal is that means whenever our in mobile originating calls, the mobile unit scans 21 setup channels. We have 21 setup channels. First, the mobile unit scan 21 setup channels and it selects the strongest one. That means the strongest setup channel for the signal. Okay. So the mobile unit detects the system information transmitted from the cell site. So whenever the mobile unit detects the system information from transmitted from the cell site, whenever it scans for the signaling, it selects the signal, or sorry, it selects the channel from the cell or from all the 21 setup channels. So that means by the use of that setup channel, the strongest setup channel, the mobile unit detects the system information transmitted from the cell site. That is, the setup channel is assigned by the cell site. Whenever the mobile unit detects or selects the strongest setup channel, it detects the system information which is transmitted from the cell site. Also, at the same time, the mobile unit monitors the busy or idle status bits or the desired forward setup channel. So, whenever it selects the strongest setup channel, the mobile unit also monitors the busy or idle status bits or the setup channel. Whenever it selects the setup channel, also it monitors the bits. So the bits are busy or idle status bits. That means if it is busy or if it is idle. Idle means it is free or not. Okay. So when the idle bits are received, from the cell site, that means if it is free, then the mobile unit can use the corresponding reverse setup channel to initiate the call. So the case is when the mobile unit switch on, then it scans 21 setup channels. 21 setup channels, and it selects the strongest setup channel. That means it chooses the strongest one. Okay. So at the same time, it also monitors the busy and idle status. That means if it is busy or if it is free. It monitors the busy or idle status, and whenever it receives the idle bits from the cell site. That means if it is free and it is recognized by the cell site, that means it receives some idle bits, then the mobile unit can use the corresponding channel in order to make the call or in order to get the signal, okay, by the use of reverse setup channel. So already I said the reverse setup channel is used for the mobile transmitter. That means it is transmitted from mobile unit to the cell site. So whenever the strongest setup channel is assigned to the mobile unit, then the mobile unit makes a call, or the mobile unit gets the signaling from the cell site, and it uses the reverse setup channel to make a call. Okay. Forward setup channel is from cell site to the mobile unit. It should be remember the forward channel is used from cell site to the mobile unit. Reverse setup channel from mobile unit to the cells. Okay. And next, frequently only one system operates in a given system. So normally we can use any one system, or frequently only one system operates in a given system. Normally we have two systems. No? First one is so that is system A and system. Overall system is divided in two systems, that is system A and system B. Normally SCT frequently uses one system, that is either system A or system B. So when the mobile unit first scans the 21 setup channels in block A. So whenever the mobile unit scans for 21 setup channels in block A, normally each system consists of 21 setup channels. Block A consists of 21 setup channels, as well as block B consists of 21 setup channels. Normally or frequently, SCT uses one system. Okay, if you are using block A system, that means when the mobile unit scans 21 setup channels in block A, two conditions can occur. So first condition is if no setup channel of block A are operational. If no setup channel of block A are operational, that the mobile unit automatically switches to block. If no setup channel of block A are operational means if no setup channel is free. That means all the setup channels are busy in block A. All the 21 setup channels are busy. Then the mobile unit automatically switches to block B. Okay, that is the first case. And it scans the remaining 21 setup channels in block. And in second case, if a strong setup channel or the strong setup signal strength is received, but no message can be detected, then the scanner chooses the second strongest setup channel. And if the message still cannot be detected, the mobile unit switches to block B and scans to the setup channels in block. Okay. So in second case, it receives the strongest setup channel. That means if a strongest signal strength is received by the mobile unit, but no message can be detected. So whenever our mobile unit selects the strongest setup channel, or it receives the strongest setup channel, but there is no message from the cell site. Whenever our mobile unit receives the setup channel or selects the setup channel, then it receives the message also from the cell site. Okay. So here in the second case, if a strongest setup channel is received by the mobile unit, even though the strongest setup channel is received by the mobile unit, no message can be detected from the cell site. Then it chooses to the second strongest setup channel. It chooses or it selects another one, another second, that means second setup channel. If the message still cannot be detected in the second setup channel also, the message still is not detected by the cell site, then automatically the mobile unit switches to the block B in order to scan 21 setup channels in block B system. This is the second case. Okay. So here we have two cases. Whenever the mobile unit scans 21 setup channels for the signal. In first case, if no setup channel is available in block A, that is in system A, then automatically the mobile unit switches to block B and scans the 21 setup channels in block. Okay. And in second case, even the strongest setup channel is received by the mobile unit, but there is no message from the cell side. Then it selects the second strongest setup channel. In that case also, the message still cannot be detected. That means the message still not be detected by the cells. Then in that case also, the mobile unit switches to block B for the scanning of 21 setup channels. Okay. So these are the two cases when the mobile unit scans for 21 setup channels. So if the strongest setup channel is received by the block A or system A, then it is sufficient. If it is not, that means the setup channel is that means if there is no setup channel, then it switches to block B, and even though it receives the setup channel, if there is no message, in that case also it shifts to block B for the remaining scanning of 21 channels. Okay. So next one is operational functions. What are the operational functions? What are the operations included whenever we go for the access channels? Okay. First one is power of a forward setup channel. We can also call it as forward control channel, FOCC. FOCC means forward control channel. Okay. So what is the power of forward control channel? So the power of the setup channel can be varied in order to control the number of incoming calls served by the cell. So the power of setup channel should be constant, but the power of setup channel can be varied. There is a change in the power of setup channel in order to control the number of incoming calls served by the cell. So let us consider when the traffic is heavy. When the traffic is heavy, most voice channels are occupied. Most voice channels are occupied, and the power of the setup channel should be reduced in order to reduce the coverage of the cell for the incoming calls originating from the mobile. So when the traffic is heavy, then most of the voice channels are busy. That means there is no voice channel. All the voice channels are busy. Then the power of the setup channel should be reduced. The power of the setup channel should be reduced in order to reduce the coverage of the cell for the incoming calls originating from the mobile unit. Then this will force the mobile unit to originate the calls from other cells. So if we have some heavy traffic, then the power of the setup channel is reduced. When the power of the setup channel is reduced, then mobile unit automatically assumes that the power of setup channel is low. Whenever the power of the setup channel is low, then automatically it shifts to another setup channel. Okay. So whenever the traffic is busy, the power of the setup channel is reduced in order to reduce the coverage of the cell. That means in order to provide the strongest setup channels to the mobile units, the remaining mobile units. In some cases, if you have some heavy traffic, that means the power of the setup channel is reduced. When the power of the setup channel is reduced, the mobile unit shifts to, and that means the mobile unit assumes that the power of that means it considers that the power of the setup channel is low. Whenever the power of the setup channel is low, it shifts to another setup channel. Okay. So this will force the mobile unit to originate calls from other cells, assuming that all cells are busy. All the voice channels are busy. Whenever the power is reduced, it considers that all the setup channels are busy and the power of the setup channel is low, then automatically it shifts to other strongest setup channel. Okay. Power is reduced means there is a weak strong setup channel. We are reducing the power. Why we are reducing the power? Because the traffic is heavy. In order to maintain all the calls efficiently, in order to give the setup channels efficiently to all the mobile units, the power should be reduced. Whenever the power is reduced, the remaining mobile units which has low power, that means low setup channels, then it automatically shift to strongest setup channel. So there is a need of reducing the power whenever the traffic is busy or the traffic is heavy. Then it can give some strongest setup channels to remaining mobile units. Okay. The next one, setup channel received level. Setup channel received level. So here we are maintaining some threshold level in order to control the reception of the reverse control channel. So if the received power level is greater than the given setup channel, then the call request will be taken. Reverse control channel means it is from mobile unit to the cell site. So it can have some threshold level. If the received power from mobile unit to the cell site greater than the given threshold level, then only the request will be taken by the cell site. Unless that means if the power is less than the setup channel threshold level, then it will reject the request. That means the cell site rejects the request. Okay, so that is about setup channel received level. Next one, change power at the mobile unit. So when the mobile unit monitors the strongest setup channel, when the mobile unit monitors or chooses the strongest setup channel from all the setup channels, then it selects the channel to receive the messages. There are that means already I said whenever the mobile unit selects the setup channel, then it also selects that means it also receives some messages from the cell site. So what are the messages? First one is mobile station control message. Mobile station control message means this message is used for that means it consists of 1 or 2 or 4 words. And second one is system parameter overhead message. Normally this message contains 2 words. And third one is control filler message. This message may be sent with a system parameter overhead message. So these are the 3 messages uh, at the mobile unit we have whenever it receives some strongest setup channel. Okay. And next one is direct call retrieve. When a cell site has no available voice channels, it can send a direct call retrieve message. That means if you have no available voice channels out there, that means our cell site is busy. Our that means there is no voice channel. Then it can automatically send a direct call retrieve message to the mobile unit through the setup channel. Then the mobile unit will initiate the call from neighboring cell, which is on the list of neighboring cells in the direct call retrieve message. So simply, if number of voice channels are busy, then automatically cell site sends a direct call retrieve message to the mobile unit. So then the mobile unit will initiate the call from neighboring cells, which is on the list of neighboring calls. We have some neighboring calls list. That means it will initiate the call from that means from the mobile neighboring cell, which is in the list of neighboring cells in the direct call retrieve message. Okay. So that is about access channels.